Good morning and welcome to For the District. It's the podcast for Jackson-Madison County Schools. I'm Greg Hammond, Chief of Public Information for JMCSS. We are almost 3 weeks into the season of the school year. And so it's been very exciting. It's been very smooth. We've opened the new Pope School, the new K-8 school. We are just about done with Hub City Central. That facility will open later this year. We're in our second year at the Melissa STEM Innovation Center, and folks are just excited all around town. A big reason for that is the success of our transportation department, and that is the focus of this morning's podcast. So we want to welcome to the show Jeff Davis, Transportation Advisor for JMCSS, and Linda Wells, District Bookkeeper for Transportation. First of all, thank you for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. We're also going to visit with some of our drivers this morning, and we want folks to know, we're just going to tell you right off the bat, it's never been a better time to be in the Jackson-Madison County school system. Later this semester, we're going to celebrate our students for making some academic gains. We'll just kind of put that teaser out there. That's something you can look forward to. But, you know, the kids can't make the grade in the classroom if they don't get to school, which is why we're thrilled about the success our transportation department is having. Jeff Davis, Transportation Advisor. If you've listened to the podcast before, Jeff, you know we like to start off by asking folks if they always knew they wanted to work in education. Now, you and I have both worked in the district for a while. I know your story, and one thing I think is cool about it, you have military experience. So kind of talk about maybe how the military has shaped your view of your current job.
So, you know, the military is a place where you go in and you take orders. Mm-hmm. That's basically what the military is. You do what you're told. Mm-hmm. And my military experience took me to heights where I didn't think. I got to visit places that I didn't think I would ever go. Mm-hmm. However, you know, once in the military, you know, I became that if nothing else, pay has increased, and we want to be able to compete with surrounding counties, and it's very you know, natural to kind of want to come to Jackson-Madison County. But I also, since I've been out of the classroom, you know, did the other things, you know, did the assistant principal, and now being at transportation, it's just been the same. Mm-hmm. You know, you basically use some of those skills that you had, and you apply that to transportation.
And I keep coming back to the word camaraderie.
Yes.
And in a little bit, we're going to talk to two of our bus drivers so they can kind of give us behind the scenes what it takes to be a bus driver, and then, you know, the joys they have driving every day. If you are interested in seeking job opportunities within the Jackson-Madison County school system, you have a couple of options. You can go to jmcss.org. You can do that right now. jmcss.org. You can click on the Join Our Team tab, which is at the top of the page, or maybe you have some questions you want to ask. You can use the Let's Talk button that says Contact Us. It's on the corner of the screen when you go to our website, jmcss.org. Linda, working in transportation, I know what the school bus looks like.
Okay.
You know, I rode the school bus. All right. J.B. Young Elementary, West Middle. It's West Bemis now. It was West Middle back in the day. Yeah. So I just dated myself a little bit. I rode it to Southside High School. I know what it looks like to be on a school bus.
Okay.
Take us behind the scenes for a minute. The day in the life of our transportation department, what does that look like behind the scenes? I imagine it's like air traffic control.
It can be very similar. Our office opens up at 5 o'clock in the morning. So we have our bus drivers at times are rolling out at a little after 5 in the morning. The phone rings. We take care of parents calling, where's the bus? And we take care of our drivers. The phone, the buzzer, it's a nonstop. If you ever think you're going to get one task done at the transportation office, you have to be very fluid. It's a very fluid department. You may think you're going to do this today, but things change. We have a lot of people that we like to try to take care of. Number one is our bus drivers and our bus attendants. If they're taken care of, then they will take care of our students. Then the students will get to school. It's a nonstop office most days, and we have a great department down there. Like I say, I've repeated myself. This is my 5th year there, and this is the best year that we've started out. Our drivers have hit it from the ground running. We have a new router that has helped us tremendously to make our drivers feel comfortable in what schools they're driving for. And we're getting these students to school on time, and we're picking them up on time and getting them where they need to go. And I'm very pleased. I'm very blessed to be down there. And I know our parents are very happy that we are starting off the year really well.
It's something I want to say before we go to our commercial break. I think, Linda, what I'm hearing you describe is the benefit of longevity and some consistency. There's consistency in leadership. Dr. King is entering his 6th year.
Yes.
There's consistency in leadership at the Transportation Department. Jeff, this is his 5th year of being a leader of the Transportation Department. And so for me, if I can speak from my point of view for a second, what is exciting to see is whether it's a principal who's been in a post for a good while, whether it's a coach who's been in a post for a good while, or leadership that's been in a post for a good while. It's one of those things, that longevity and that consistency, that is a building block to success. So I think what we're enjoying right now in the Jackson-Madison County school system is the benefits of that consistency. Speaking of consistency, after this time out, we're going to visit with 2 veteran bus drivers, Billy Hill and Renee Rouse. Billy's been with us almost 15 years, and Renee's been with us for almost 20. You're listening to For the District. It's the podcast for Jackson-Madison County Schools. Again, if you have questions, if you want to join the team, go to jmcss.org. jmcss.org. Go to our website. At the top of the page, among the menu items, you'll see Join Our Team. So you can apply to be a bus driver, which, by the way, we'll train you. We'll get you trained. We'll pay for that training. Maybe the bus seems intimidating and you'd rather drive a van. There's opportunities for that too. So transportation, food service, educational assistance. We're a big team, and we're always looking for good people. So we will continue our conversation about our stellar transportation department and the incredible work they're doing. You're listening to For the District. It's the JMCSS podcast on JJ 97.7 FM.
Hey, guess what? We get to pick our clubs tomorrow at school. What should I pick?
What about picking 4-H?
That sounds like fun, but maybe I'll pick choir club or STEM club or nursing club or photography club.
You could say my kids are excited over all the options and opportunities offered by Jackson-Madison County Schools. Our public schools offer more than 100 different clubs and activities for students.
Wait, I know. Ukulele club.
Oh boy, maybe let's stick to art or debate.
For options and opportunities, tuition free, choose Jackson-Madison County Schools.
Welcome back to For the District. It's the podcast for Jackson-Madison County Schools. This morning, we're spotlighting our incredible transportation department, and I have with me 2 veteran drivers for JMCSS. Billy Hill, Jackson native, a 14-year driver for Jackson-Madison County Schools. Renee Rouse, Jackson native, an 18-year veteran for our transportation department. So first of all, thanks for being here. So, Mr. Hill, I know prior to joining JMCSS, you worked in industry. I think it was Maytag, Whirlpool. Talk about making that transition from industry manufacturing to working directly with people as a bus driver.
Well, I became a bus driver not by choice.
Okay.
When I retired, my factory moved to Ohio, so I just retired. I wanted to be a substitute teacher.
Okay.
I filled out an application. It was taking them so long to call me that a lady at church that's a driver asked me was I interested in driving a bus, and I didn't think I would be, but I told her I'd try.
Okay.
Well, I'm still here.
Okay,
So,
all right, 14
yeah,
years later.
14 years later. So it's been a blessing.
So it's been a blessing, and I have to ask, what is the thing about the job that keeps you coming back?
The kids. It costs the money, but the children. I look forward to at least making a difference in one of their lives. I would like to make a difference in all of them.
Yeah.
But if I can get one every year, it'll make me come back the next year.
Yeah. And for folks who are listening that are kind of on the fence thinking about, I wonder if I'd be interested in working for the Jackson-Madison County school system. To listen to you talk, Mr. Hills, something that came to my mind, will there be challenges? Yes. But even from my own perspective, thinking about my time in the classroom, there's always more good than there are challenges. I mean, and that's what keeps you coming back.
Yes.
Renee Rouse.
Yes.
Hold on one second. Let me do this. Billy Hill, JCM,
Yes, sir.
class of 71. Let me get that out there.
Should have been a cougar.
Hold on. Let's give people who are listening time to stop clapping. All right. Renee Rouse, Southside High School, class of 85.
Yes.
Good deal. Thanks for
been a
being
home.
here. So, Renee, talk about your entrance, your transition from mom
Mom, yeah.
to instead of just being
Yeah.
responsible for your one child.
Yes.
Now
Now I'm
you drive a school bus and you're responsible for a whole lot of kids. In fact, Renee, I know you also drive many of our sports teams.
Yes,
So
I do.
you went from being a mom to one
One
to a
to
mom
mom.
of many dozen.
Yes.
Talk about your entrance into the school system.
Like I said, I stayed at home. Mom, I got my daughter to school on the school bus every day. And then when she got old enough to drive, I thought, well, she's got one more year. So I thought, well, what am I going to do now? So I thought, well, okay, I'll just go and apply. First, I was an aide on the bus.
Okay.
I worked as an aide for almost a year. And then I got my license and been driving ever since.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think the impact a bus driver has on a child is just as strong as a teacher. Of course, I could name off my football coaches, but my bus driver, Frida Oakley, I mean,
Yes.
she was like family.
That's
So
right.
what does it feel like to you to know that there are about 6,000 kids in our community who start their day and end their day with you? What does that responsibility and honor feel like? Billy?
To me, I take it as a personal, being a parent too, is that they're dependent on me to make sure their child gets to school on time and without incidents, safe. And the same thing applies in the afternoon. I take that same responsibility that I got to get you there safe, on time, and Mama will be proud of you. And
Yeah.
so that's the way I look at it.
Renee, how do you look at that?
I look at it about the same way. I mean, you get them on the bus, you get them to school, you got to do it safely, very safely. But yeah, the parents depends on the drivers, and they depend on us to be there on time. So, because majority of the parents has to go to work, so they have to leave, and they try to, stay until the drivers gets there. But there's some kids that you get on the bus, and there's no parent to be seen. Yeah, so I mean, it's just if the kid misses it,
Yeah.
you need to go back.
Your work is very impactful. Mr. Hill, having worked in manufacturing industry, I know there are certain skills you have to have, but then, we always hear about soft skills. And I would imagine when you go from working with machines directly to now working with people directly, there's some soft skills you have to have. So for folks who may be listening, again, thinking about, I don't know, is that career for me? And we know the money's pretty good, particularly in this day and age of our district. Even thinking about the We Care bonus that all of our employees can take advantage of by simply taking care of themselves physically and mentally.
Yes.
And so, talk about some of the soft skills a person needs to have if they're going to be a driver in the Jackson-Madison County school system.
Patience.
Okay.
That coming from a manufacturing, you usually have a boss, but you're on your own. And on the bus, it's almost the same way. You know, your boss is in the office and you're doing your job. They might not hear from you for a while, unless they really need something personally. But I think with me, being loved is part of me. So I took that personally, that I'm going to love them even when they're bad. But I tell them that you don't have to love me, but I'm going to love you. And that's how I deal with my children. And that's what I call them, too, my children.
All right.
I tell the parents, when they get on here, you'll see them later.
Yeah.
I'm their mama and their daddy on here.
Yeah.
And as long as they're doing right, you won't hear from me. So,
Yep.
Renee, how do you run your classroom on wheels? Talk about the way you run your bus and the way you approach your job.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, patience, you have to have patience with these kids. You have to. But if you show the students respect, they're going to show it back.
Yeah.
And without that respect,
You mentioned the word respect, Renee. I'm reminded the TSSAA state champions in boys soccer,
yes.
Madison Academic 2023. So, they took a lot of pictures that day.
Yes, they did.
And so there's a photo, a very memorable photo, where the guys are holding the state championship trophy and their bus drivers right there in the middle of them. Renee, was it like for you? I know previously you drove Southside. I think you still do drive Southside Band, but specifically you do a lot of driving for the Madison Mustangs.
I do.
Talk about, number one, the joy, but I also know there's a financial benefit. And I say that because there are some folks out there who might find that attractive in terms of choosing Jackson Madison County Schools for employment.
Yeah. Getting to go and watch these kids, I love every one of my kids, especially Madison kids. They hold a soft spot in my heart. But anyway, getting to be there when they won and getting, to see the smiles and the joy on their face, it's worth it. Yeah. It is really worth it. And I want to go back.
Do the work. Hold on. You want to go back to soccer, but let me say
I
this.
do want to go back to soccer.
She wants to go back to the soccer state championship, but
I do.
Can I give you guys a secret?
Yes.
In front of my friends here?
Yes.
Soccer, yes, but we've got a very good chance this year in football and basketball, just let me say. So get ready to follow all of our teams, whether it be soccer, football, or basketball. I think what we're going to see is a banner year for many of our programs. And again, thinking about the school day beginning and ending, thinking about that just about every team in the Jackson Madison County school system will play, 4 to 5 away games. Our bus drivers are a part of what make that happen.
Yes.
So, again, thank you for your work with the school system. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for the camaraderie that you've built at the Transportation Department. Renee, 18 years at the Transportation Department. Mr. Billy Hill, 14 years. Again, thank you for being here.
thank you for inviting us.
We're going to wrap up our conversation about our spectacular Transportation Department after this commercial break. We'll visit again with Linda Wells, our District Bookkeeper for Transportation, and Jeff Davis, our Transportation Advisor. You've been listening to For the District. It's the podcast for Jackson Madison County Schools. We have more conversation after this break on JJ 97.7 FM.
Hey, guess what? We get to pick our clubs tomorrow at school. What should I pick?
But what about picking 4-H?
That sounds like fun, but maybe I'll pick choir club or STEM club or nursing club or photography club.
You could say my kids are excited over all the options and opportunities offered by Jackson Madison County Schools. Our public schools offer more than 100 different clubs and activities for students.
Wait, I know. Ukulele club.
Oh boy, maybe let's stick to art or debate.
For options and opportunities, tuition free, choose Jackson Madison County Schools.
Welcome back to For the District. It's the podcast for Jackson Madison County Schools. This morning we are celebrating our awesome Transportation Department as we're 3 weeks into the school year now. One of the reasons we've been successful, even opening the new Pope School. because our transportation department getting the kids to school. We're visiting with Jeff Davis, transportation advisor for JMCSS and a longtime employee with the Jackson-Madison County School System. Linda Wells, a longtime employee with the Jackson-Madison County School System, district bookkeeper for transportation, kind of keeping that air traffic control, ground traffic control running. As we prepare to close out the podcast, which, by the way, first episode this semester, put into words in your mind what our drivers mean to the school system. You know, I would imagine they're getting up. They're not getting up at 5 o'clock. They're at work on the road at 5 o'clock, and they're doing the work, getting of the 13 or so thousand school kids in the school district, about 6,000 kids ride the bus.
Correct.
So they've got an incredible job to do.
Yes.
Linda, put into words what you think our drivers mean to us.
To me, as a parent of two Jackson-Madison County graduates, they're very important. Our bus drivers are very important. They're the first people that most students see in the morning. They get their day started right. Our drivers are dedicated on getting the children to school on time in a safe capacity. And they need to feel like they're very important for our school system, so we can educate our students in our schools.
Remind everybody, if you're an employee out there, take advantage of that We Care challenge that's coming up so you can get your We Care bonus.
Absolutely.
Everybody, keep an eye on that. So when you think about total benefits for the Jackson-Madison County School System and the fact, Jeff, that our support staff are able to take advantage of that as well, I think it's incredible.
Yes, it is. Our transportation department have quite a few participants as well, and you hear them all the time. They're excited about it. They're sharing how to use it, and so that's been one of the great things. Also, our drivers, they get benefits. Those that before they are even drivers for the system get benefits. We do paid training, as you mentioned earlier. We train our potential employees. We do that in-house. We do our training, but you go to TCAT. If you were to go to TCAT, try to get a CDL right today, you'll be spending up about $4,000. So we avoid them having to do that by paying them to get that transportation CDL. It's not a secret that getting a CDL is not easy, but it's not the hardest thing either. So we have a great trainer that trains them, and as well as they'll get that paid training, and we'll get them on a bus, get them on a route, so that we can do what Linda said. We want to get them to and from school as safely as we possibly can. And get these students and their parents, back on the road to success. Our transportation department has really benefited from both the We Care as well as all the bonuses and those things that our system has provided. But it just takes a village, and we need a healthy village. Yeah. We need a responsible village. We need a village that is consistent and has the commitment to transporting our kids.
I think I'll end it by quoting one of our bus drivers, Billy Hill. He said, "Working in transportation is the best kept secret in town." And to hear them talk about their job, they truly believe it because it is true. And I want to say, if you're out there and you're considering job opportunities, I think no matter what phase in life, although many of our drivers are retirees who pick up the job for extra money, extra income, and the great schedule. I think no matter what stage in life you're in, if you're thinking about employment in Madison County, consider our transportation department with Jackson-Madison County Schools. We want to thank bus driver Billy Hill, bus driver Renee Rouse, district bookkeeper for transportation Linda Wells, and Jeff Davis, our transportation advisor, for joining us on this episode. I'm Greg Hammond saying I hope you have a great week, a great Sunday, and we'll see you next time.